Welcome back to Drew Wild. I was scrolling on Facebook earlier and I came across the Tony Robbins video, and there's a quote in there that kind of really stood out to me. And the quote states that knowledge is not power, knowledge is potential power, and knowledge is trumped every day by execution. This kind of emphasized that while knowledge is important, it is only the action taken from that knowledge that truly matters in achieving success. So now let's think about that in wildlife education. It only becomes power when it's transformed, when we take what we know and turn it into something real. Something that makes a difference, because at the end of the day, it's not what we know about the world that changes it. It's what we do with the knowledge, and nowhere is that more clear than in the world of wildlife. Think about what we know about nature today. We have documentaries, we have conservation programs, school lessons, social media pages, books. We know what species are endangered, we know what habitat needs protecting, and we even understand how our actions affect the planet every single day. But knowledge by itself doesn't protect wildlife. Action does. For example, most people know that snakes are vital to the ecosystem. They control rodent populations, keep balance in the food chains, and often pose little to no threat to humans. Yet fear and misinformation leads to snakes being killed every single day. The same will go for foxes, owls, hawks, and countless other species. We know they play a role in keeping nature healthy, but unless we turn that knowledge into understanding and respect, nothing changes. Yes, education is the first step, but transformation happens when we act, like when we turn off unnecessary lights during bird migration season, when we plant native flowers to support pollinators, when we slow down for wildlife crossings, or simply share a fact online that replaces fear with curiosity. That's when knowledge becomes alive. That's when information becomes influence, and influence becomes impact. Because every scientist, wildlife educator, wildlife lover can memorize data. But the ones who truly make a difference are the ones who do something with what they know. Because execution trumps knowledge every single day of the week. Think about that the next time you see a wild animal. Be a snake on a trail, a hawk soaring in the sky, or simply a fox crossing your backyard. I want you to ask yourself, do I just know something about that animal, or am I doing something that helps it? That small shift from knowledge to action creates the kind of ripple effect the planet needs, because change doesn't come from knowing what's right, it comes from doing what's right. So I want you to keep learning, keep educating, but most importantly, turn that knowledge into movement, into decisions, into real-world actions, because knowledge might light the spark, but action keeps the fire burning, and that's where the true power lives. I appreciate you watching.